This is Club WPT. Let's see. So there's 58 entries, 8 places, 4,300 chips to first. It's then one entry level mod, the smallest tournament. I posted some awesome videos and then I got hammered by luck. Not skill, by luck. So I'm gonna make 2 challenges. Try to predict opponent's hands, 4 times. Well, not 4 times altogether, but try to, within 4 attempts, be predicting, like, say the best hand, saying, oh, they had the ace, or they had the king, or they had the 8. Just say I predicted 3 of them. If I was right with the ace, my first guess, then I win the challenge. But if it's my second guess, I need to get 2 second guesses to win the challenge, or 4 third guesses to win the challenge. For that challenge. And then the hand winner challenge is the way that they bet whether or not I think they're going to win the hand or not within 4 attempts. So I might parlay it at some point and combine both of them, try to refine the hand and say this person has the hand winner with such and such. Let's go. See if Myth Crystal could do it, guys. I think Myth Crystal could do it. Every video. If I play long enough. And unfortunately, I can't wager and capitalize on my skill because it costs about $100,000. If not, I could bet you. I could gamble against the viewer. Give you a chance to win money. Have different, be like a sports book. Different variables. Because I need to get fame for my businesses in the future. That's all. I'm just capitalizing on my showmanship. Because be the face of many companies. So let's see. So it's pretty slow go at the beginning here, and nobody raised so far, which is nice. So I go. There we go. 1 caller. How many folds? So how many folds, guys? No folds so far. Nice little pot. Go all in. Okay, that's a nice bet. That, typically indicates a king. Let's see what this followed up. Or two pair. You could have king 6, king 4. But it's looking like he has the king so far. Let's see how he plays it. Now there's a straight, right? So there was potential. He could have had 5-7 or 7-3. But he is the winner. Like, he is looking like he's the winner of this hand, though. The guy folded, so my first attempt, that was right. So, and he had the king. First attempt, one for one. Less than 6 minutes into the video, already accomplished both challenges. So how many times can I do it now? Typically when they do this, they do have a high pocket pair or a strong ace. Let's see if somebody calls. The short stack with 460 might. There they are. Just as planned. There's the high pocket pair. That's typically what happens this early in the tournament. Will he river him? Hopefully not. It's nice to see the queens hold up. So that was kind of 2 for 2. I did say a high pocket pair. I do want to dance. I got position over the razors, so I want to see, based on my ability to put people on hands, right? Like I'm able to dance a little more, do my poker dancing, if you will. He's the poker dancer. He knows the answer. He makes the bets. She gets wet with temptation. He is a sensation. Christian Eric Arniemeyer with Crisco. Okay, nice. Okay, he's coming in with the big raise. The big raise, he's like, oh, I got the ace. But maybe, perhaps he could, it is a feeling like he does have the ace, though, for that hand. It's likely, it's hard to say. It depends what these people do. If they call, sometimes they slow call, but I think this guy's going to be the winner based on that level of aggression last flop. How did it change with a club didn't come, and there was likely lots of aggression that was going to follow up on that turn based on, there we go. Now this guy might win. So that guy did have the ace. So since I did kind of go back and forth, but I was right about the ace. So 2 for 2. Okay, let's see. That's why with my my skills, it's I'm advocating for to stop organized crime, because brain computer interface is technology that is employed against people. So go to change.org. You could be a hero and stand by me and stop crime. See the description for any other information you wanted. Because with brain computer interface, it was coined. That means they first came up with that term in 1974. And Cheap Trick wrote a song called Dream Police, Get Out of My Head. And that's basically brain computer interface. And 1974 is 52 years ago in 2026, February 11th. And people pretend that I'm not in Eastern Standard Time Zone for like the last 5 years. So with that brain-computer interface, basically that means you could control a prosthetic limb. A prosthetic limb is a fake limb, and you could control it with your brain, basically, to open and close. So you're not like open and close. You don't have to say vocal commands, right? You just think and it does it, right? So the brain-computer interface, organized crime has figured out a way to control human bodies with this and prey on the human race. Same technology, right? Just connected to the internet, networked to another human brain. They're parasites. And if you look on the internet, DNA transfer between organisms is possible, especially with horizontal gene transfer. So that means one person could benefit at another person's expense. And then that brings me to Form 33 in Ontario. There's one part where it says, are not capable to consent to treatment of a mental health disorder. And R is that indicate that's plural. It should be singular, that a person would not be able to consent. But they pretend that people have multiple brains, most likely, and that they manipulate that people would want to share their attributes, but nobody would want to suck, so somebody else could be better, especially strangers. Nobody would. They'd manipulate the subconscious thoughts of people to exploit them. So I'm a smart guy. I'm with Chris School. My name's Christian Eric Arnie Meyer. So I came up with a fancy little thing called, it's almost like DNA for money. And it's Wi-Fi paper currency. So any monetary, like any paper money could be connected to the internet with technology. Right, so criminal proceeds, there's been a lot of, I emailed most attorney generals on the planet. Almost every police chief in Canada and a lot in the United States of America. Stop organized crime because they use brain-computer interface against me, most likely, and it fucking chaps my ass. So let's see. Doesn't matter if it's this video or next video, right? I could put people on hands all the time. I've just played so many hands in poker that I understand what it's like to be in the situation where I have the hand or I don't have the hand. So it's like, okay, I know when I have it, I do this. Feels like they're doing that, so I'm going to do this move. Then I do that super move, like that metaphysical type move. I did like the record. Just didn't want to accidentally turn off the power button because they like to do that to end my videos. Use brain-computer interface to make me accidentally hit the power button. So if you notice anything like that, that's you can be victimized. You can notice your personality change. Because unfortunately with this technology, somebody could listen to your thoughts and then because it is possible, like Berkeley's done it, fMRI imaging is possible to implant thoughts. It's known technology. And so somebody could listen to your thoughts and then make you fall in love with them. They'll know everything about you, then exploit you, get kids, you end up dying young. You know, there's a lot of men that they look considerably older than their wives, and some of these wives are leeching off them like a fucking battery. Parasites. Most likely. because it's possible. That's why Bloody Mary, she used to bathe in the blood of virgins, right? Because the royals have known this technology for hundreds, if not thousands of years. That's why crystal balls were invented, right? Why did people not give up on crystal balls for thousands of years if there wasn't any truth to it? Right, but the royals, they have the best. It takes jewelry. It takes like big diamonds and big gems, right? So the royal families have the best jewelry on the planet, right? And particularly the British royal family, because they got a lot from India. Right, so in the 1800s, like when the British were able to know, like through psyche interpretation using technology at the time, were able to decipher messages from it would take like months to travel across the ocean, but they would know within about 10-15 minutes. So be careful who you let touch you, because they could steal your energy, your life force, most likely. If you had an electrothermal imagery, you'd probably be able to see it, because it makes sense, right? Because when you hug somebody, when just say you're sad, and you hug when you're a kid, you hug your parents, or when you're an adult, your wife or something, right? So just say you're sad, you hug her. Her positive energy is going to be transferred to your negative energy, making you feel better, or vice versa, right? That's why hugging feels good, is because you're actually transferring emotional energy to another person. You eat food, it becomes energy, and that energy dissipates throughout the day. That's why we get tired, and then we need to eat, and we need to sleep. And I'm pretty astute, right? Put people on cards, right? So I'm used to seeing behind the fabric and figuring out things, right? I did score off the charts for pattern recognition, beyond genius. Like, so. And the internet thinks that I'm a new species because I have different bones in my feet that nobody has, not even my kids. And so my kids are their own species as well. My son's the male version, my daughter's the female version, because we have different muscle structures. It's like I believe I have like 40 to 50 more muscles than the average person does. And my kids have about 20 something muscles more than the average person. Somebody just hacked me there to say my kids, almost. Ooh. Right, so my kids have 26 muscles more than the average person. And I have about 48. Which would, any diagnostic imaging would, prove this. And I'd be at your expense, my convenience. I'd be able to prove this anywhere on the planet. Just in Canada, I can't pay to get a CAT scan done. I don't believe. But there are medical tourism options for me to be able to prove such a thing. That's why they keep me poor and rip me off at poker, so I can't make a fortune. Every superhero guys needs a teammate, and you could be my teammate by going to change.org. You could be a hero, and you could be a hero just like Nev Crisco, Christian Eric Arnie Meyer, who is being the face against adversity, stopping crime that nobody knows about. I'm not even joking, but I had to do some little theatrics to keep the viewer engaged. It's all right. Poker's good to do it. If you love poker, solid poker. Even if I don't talk for like 10 minutes. Because I most likely get a bunch of secret views that don't translate to public views. Let's see. Unfortunately, this is kind of drab right now. I'm going slow. Kind of going slow. Alright. This is like, hey, Babe Ruth is swinging. I'm pointing to the fence, and I'm like, get the fuck out of my game. How unlucky did I get? I haven't seen it yet. I'm away from my phone. Now you can hear my voice get close to my phone. Here we go. How about this, guys? That's alright. That's alright. I got some, got a decent pot. Got some feedback from, that player. I know how to push their buttons. I want to be annoying at the poker table, but not in life. That's not a goal. But at the poker table, I want to be like the most aggravating player. Like if I'm in a tournament with you and you see me at your table, I want you to think shit. That's the first word I want you to think when you see me at your poker table is shit. Might as well. Shouldn't have came tonight, guys. Just absolute fear of me at the poker table. That's the goal. So let's see, what kind of moves can I make? It's 9-handed. Well, less than 9, but it could have been 9-handed, right? So, see, I can't play quite as frequently as I'd like to. Like, I like to play, like to be really active because I've been working on trying to be the best situational poker player, being able to put people on hands, like develop the skill to learn what they have, right? So I can make a decision to fold mainly, or to punish them. It's like, if it feels like they have a 3 of a kind, and I think I could pressure them with a flush type move, then sometimes they do it. Okay, well, that wasn't spectacular by any means. Okay, here we go. So, weak. Okay, there's the strong hand. So, there's the most likely winner right there. So, I'm going to fold right now. So, does he have the backdoor flush again, or the straight, perhaps? Which of those two? He could have top pair. Those are my three choices for the player on the right. Now the bet 200. Nice bet. Nice bet. So he had the straight. So there's 3 for 3. That's why how it's impossible for me to lose without it being rigged. Why do you think I make these videos? Why do you think I get low views? Because I'm stopping crying. Watch out, Jens. I don't want you. No, I'm just gonna block you in the air. Jens is a small cat that likes to become like, remember that game as a kid? It's like Monkey in the Middle, where you'd have the third person in the middle, and the first and second person are throwing a ball at the person. So as the person in the middle runs to the second person, the second person throws it to the first person, then the person in the middle runs back to the first person, and then the first person throws it to the second person, just juggling them. It happens in baseball sometimes. But Jens likes to be the monkey in the middle, right in between me, my cell phone, and my hands, and my eyes. Implementing the monkey in the middle move. To see who's juggling in your life, right? Like who's playing, who's two-faced, who's bouncing back and forth between you and another friend, talking shit about you. Right? So you want to figure out the monkeys in the middle in your life so they don't bite you, because you know what they say about a snake, as in people as well, they shed their skin to become a bigger snake. Right, so if you trust a snake once, and you got bit once, or like if they bite you once, they burn you once, like shame on you. They burn you twice, or pardon me, they bite you once, shame on them. They bite you twice, shame on you. That means you should have learned from the first time. Like some relationships are more emotional, so it's harder to do. But if they're just a friend of yours, it says they burn you once, right? If you're calling them up and they never want to hang out with you, or if they're always coming up with excuses, don't invest any more emotional energy in them, and just find somebody else. You're better off hanging out by yourself and enjoying your own company than being around fake company. Because unfortunately what happens in life is most relationships, somebody likes the person more than the other person. Unless you're best friends. Right? It's just how it goes. Right? So if you're not best friends, that means one person. Same with dating, right? Like unfortunately what sucks with dating is as soon as the guy or the girl finds out that the other one's more interested in them, then they don't really play them intentionally, but they stop responding to texts as fast. I've done it myself. I've been both ways, right? Where I've accidentally, like subconsciously, now in hindsight, I'm like, okay, yeah, I did kind of just not, like it would take longer to respond or whatever, right? Because
you didn't want to seem too eager and, you know, things like that, right? But, you know, so I've been on both sides of it where as soon as I showed more interest, they're like, okay, well, now he's hooked. Now I'm not interested. Right? So that kind of happens with people as well. You know, I think you should go on, like, people should go on many dates, and but really don't do anything sexual until you're ready for the possible ramifications of having a sexual relationship, right? Emotionally, and you know, because you could, a pregnancy could occur, and next thing you know, you have kids. That's an emotional relationship for the rest of your life. And meanwhile, you just wanted to have fun when you could have just had fun like you used to when you were a teenager by yourself. Nobody got pregnant. Nobody got pregnant, and it's just as much fun. It's just as much fun. And the best thing about it is when you're doing that fun stuff by yourself, it's like me, 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 me. Right? But when you're with somebody else, it's like her, 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 me. Right? So when you're by yourself, it's completely one-sided, right? It's all about yourself. It's fantastic. You don't have to go home. You just gotta just relax at that point. There's no pillow talk, nothing. You don't have to do some of those things. Okay, so they're all in there. So hopefully they have a weak ace. So that guy called. How much does he have? Oh, I can't read. That's unfortunate. He has an open-ended straight draw, which he hits. So there we go. There's thing on this. Yeah, that was he had let's see, he had 8 cards out of 45. So I had 37 cards that were good for me. He had 8. And I lost. At this moment. 1 second here. So this pretty much sums up how I felt about the last hand. So guys, that's the end of this video. So make sure you support Christian Eric Arnie Meyer, and stop crime by going to change.org. You could be a hero and be a hero like me and other people by signing the petition and making it go viral, and liking, sharing, and supporting this YouTube channel, because eventually I'm gonna write a book, and you can see I'm pretty astute at poker. So you know, I'd like to share my information and to make the poker community, you know, better, more or less.